Hello, and good day to everybody. Last month we spoke about prayer, and I hope that you've had time to reflect on the beauty of prayer and have tried to increase your prayer life. And I ended my talk inviting us to conversion. So this time I'd like to talk to us about conversion. Why is it so important? Well, when Jesus started his ministry in the Gospel of St. Mark's, he will start by the same words of John the Baptist. Repent and believe in the good news. And that news is only possible if I do my journey of conversion. So conversion, what does that really mean for you? What does it really comes to your mind when you want to talk about conversion? If know that we're going to change. We're going to change something in our life. We're going to try to improve our life so that we can be a better person. That's what we speak about when we speak of conversion. It's a change. It's a metanoia, we say in other languages. It's a word we say to mean to change, to convert. Now we could ask ourselves, well, do I really need conversion? Well, let me give you just an example of our everyday life of what do we mean by conversion, if not that when you're having a conversation or something and you disagree a little bit, you're going to probably tell that person, well, you know, I'm not perfect. And you're going to say, yes, I know you're not perfect. What are you trying to say when you say I'm not perfect? That means that you're really trying to say, well, there's a lot of room for improvement. There's a lot of things that I can do so that I can be a better person. A better person not for myself, but a better person for the people around me. And the conversion aspect is something that I experience myself. It's others who help me to change. And I take the decision to want to change. So they offer that to me. So not to be perfect is something that we are, and so we are on our road of wanting to change. And that's what conversion is all about. Changing something because we are not perfect. Now, in our ordinary world of ours, we try all different ways to make ourselves perfect. We want to have the perfect body, so we take this certain exercise. We want to have the perfect face, so we put all this cream over top to cover all our wrinkles. And we want to have the perfect hairdo, so we buy the wigs that's going to fit us the best. And there we are. We want to be that perfect person. But the real perfect person should come from within. It should come from within you. Something that has changed within your whole being, from your heart, and that is being attached to Christ. Christ is that person who's going to change. It's going to help you change if you agree to let yourself be changed. Because you have to commit yourself to that. It's not just the fact that Christ wants you to be converted, but that you have to commit yourself to that form of conversion. So that's what the Lenten season is. Oh, but Bishop, the Lenten season doesn't exist anymore. I don't know where you read that, but that's not quite true. The Lenten season still exists. The regulations are still there. But also what we really want is we want you to take means that you need so that you can change your life with Christ. So it's a decision that you have to make and not somebody telling you what you must do. So that commitment makes you an intentional discipleship. An intentional disciple of Christ is that you want to do it because that is what you need so that you can better your life in being that disciple of Christ. And therefore, Lenten season is a perfect time for that. It is a special time set aside to help us to reflect on who we are, how we are journeying in life, and how we can improve our life. Make ourselves better, not for ourselves, but to make the world a better place to live. And I think we all know and realize that our world has to change. And it's going to start by each and one of us changing our lives. Changing our lives not only as an individual, but also as a community, as a family. I like to see families who take a Lenten decision. We're going to do works of mercy. We're going to do spiritual works of mercy. We're going to do something for somebody else, as a family and as an individual, because we want something to change together. And we want everybody to embark in that change. And so that's really what the whole Lenten season is about, is that conversion, that journey. It gets us on the road. And once we're on the road, we keep on traveling in that direction. And sometimes that's why we have these Lenten seasons every year, so that we can boost our momentum in trying to grow as a family, as an individual, in our faith, in our love of God and love of neighbor. So the Lenten season is really a booster pill. It's a real big vitamin C for the springtime and for our spiritual life. So that's why Lent is very important. That's why conversion is part of life. It's not an event. It's not something that happens flack, just like St. Paul. It was finished. He fell off his horse. It was the beginning of a journey, of a new journey. And conversion is always journeying in that direction, walking to that Jerusalem, walking to the death and resurrection of Christ, walking to that eternal Eucharist that we want to celebrate with Christ in our days to come, or when we are called to the house of the Father. So let us try to see conversion as a process that helps me grow in my faith, a process that helps me to become who I truly want to be for others and for myself also, and for Christ. So happy journeys and happy travels, like they used to say.